Hey, good morning. Good morning. How are you doing? Yeah. So the previous two sessions were a bit emotional. I was sitting there and I listened on the story of Mr. Dang and Miss Lishma. That's quite emotional. So I tried to make it more fun in my talk and make it more fun about doing startups. Otherwise, start with people over here feeling that, oh, be afraid, be fearful about doing startups. Yes? So I only do it make it more fun when I have in your support. So I talk, I ask questions, and at the end of the talk, we sing a song together. Yeah? Okay, let's go. So I'm a Hui, I'm a software engineer. I make software, that's my life. Has been more than 30 years. Yeah? So what I'm going to talk today about PhD to the entrepreneur. And the previous two sessions will talk about the stories of the people, and this talk I can also talk about myself. Hopefully, it will not make you sleepy. Yeah? And this is me. So this is my, when I was in the Netherlands, so I studied in the Netherlands before. So when I was in the Netherlands, I cycled to study to the university by bicycle. And now every year, I travel to Europe a few times, and I also travel for business using bicycles. And here in Vietnam, at home, I have two bicycles, and also got to work by bicycle. So the life of being like a researcher, or being an entrepreneur, or being a boss is the same for me. Cycling to work by bicycle. The most interesting for me, okay, the previous session a bit emotional. Let's make this more fun. Yeah? How are you doing? Good? Getting better? Because after two sessions, many people feeling sleepy. Yeah? And now I'm going to make it more fun. And here we go. Do you have a dream? Yes. Who has a dream? Who has a dream? Who has a dream? Who has a dream? 90% you have dream. That's good, very good. I want to share you my dreams. Huh? This is my dream. I like to become like Messi. Play football very well, become the superstar in the world. And this is my team as Sioux. I'm standing here. This is the tournament on the software companies doing at the moment. I want the best soccer player there, but I try to become the Ronaldo and Messi, but it was not possible. But my ambition is to become a very famous soccer player. And then my family were very poor. I'm from Quang Long, Quang Long. And my family, my parents were very poor. They were one of the poorest families in Quang Long. And then, but they said, oh, we give birth to you, try to be a good son, try to study as good as possible. We will be very proud if you can obtain the highest degrees in the world. And then I said, okay. And then my older brother, he studied very well. He obtained the best of the examination of the school, university, also in the national level. And so I had a lot of pressure. Oh, every time we have lunch, we have dinner together. My parents are always proud of him. We have such a good son. He studied very well. Try to become like your brother, blah blah. Okay, and I try every day. And so I have a lot of pressure to become the same like him. And every university, every high school they talk about my brother. Wow, my life is so difficult. I have to become somebody. Not like first I want to become the soccer player, and now I also want to become like him. To be studying very well. So my dreams when I was a kid to become the famous soccer player. And also a very high degree by my brother. But then, I couldn't become like Messi and Ronaldo. So I said, okay, I will try to make time to meet my stars. And so that I first trying to save money. Trying to save money, working very hard, and being there in Manchester United so that I can see Ronaldo. And then after that, I said, okay, yes, I want to go to see Messi. And after 2 years, I came to Barcelona to Camp Nou. So I had a chance to look at Messi's competitions. And I said, okay, maybe I should have the chance to match both. So I went to FIFA to attend the FIFA meeting over there to look at them. So this was my dream. If I cannot become a soccer player, at least I can see my stars. So that was the first dream. And then this is the second dream. And then I said, okay, study in Vietnam after high school. I like to study abroad, so I went to abroad to obtain the bachelor degree, master degree, and also doctoral degree. And that's what I did. This is the day I received the doctoral degree. And then my older brother, he only had the bachelor degree. So wow, I went better than him. So that's about my dream. But then today, this is something else. Today is something about how to obtain the PhD degree, and then start with startup. And now, what am I doing? Yeah. So, so this is about entrepreneurship. This is the focus of today. From a student obtain degrees, working in many companies, and become an entrepreneur to start something. I understand that, I believe that most of you, all of you out here, understand about the definition of entrepreneurship. Don't you? Who doesn't understand about entrepreneurship? Okay, only one person. Okay, I will make the definition later. Yeah? So, but who are you? What's your background? I'm the software engineer. Who here is an engineer? Working on products, working on projects. I think 20% of the people, not bad. Huh? Who here has been a PhD degree? Very high degrees. Wow, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wow, very nice. Who here want to have the PhD degree and want to obtain the PhD degree? Yes, very good boy. Somebody else? Okay, one. Okay, it's very good. Yeah? Keep doing this because life is about choosing and losing. Yeah? When you choose something, I want to have the high degrees, I'm having a girlfriend and boyfriend, what should I do? Yeah? Sometimes it's life is choosing something and then you lose something. And who here, this doesn't work so well. And who is the leader? Entrepreneurs, business people. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 10% of people. So you have to face a lot of challenges, a lot of difficulties, how to run the business, leading the people. And who here farmer? 1, 2, wow, 2. I'm surprised, a bit surprised. I'm very surprised. So a farmer working in the farm. Why I put this photo? Because I was a farmer. My parents are farmers. And first money I earned in my life when I was working in the farm in the Netherlands. So I came to the Netherlands in 2004. 2004 I came to the Netherlands. After the first year, during the summer, I worked in the farm at a plant, planting the trees and also collecting the food on the farm. I got up at 5 o'clock in the morning, got to work at 5:30, and having some coffee and start working at 5:45 until 9 p.m. in the evening. From Monday to Sunday, every day, because on Saturday I got 150% more, and on Sunday I got 200% more. So I worked 2 months in the Netherlands to earn money for the living, for food, and also buying drinks when I worked in the Netherlands. I also had a chance to meet my stars. Not only earning money, but also to celebrate about your milestones and about your success. That's also a very important part of your life. So I started my career. My first money I earned on the farm. And the day I were working in the farm, sometimes the boss, it's very hot outside. The boss came with ice cream. Hey, Lee, this is ice cream for you. Thank you very much. I eat ice cream and I smile. I was very happy. He said, wow, one day I want to become the boss of the people. One day I become the leader. One day I become the entrepreneur. I do my best for the people with my heart. Yeah. He was very rich. People in the Netherlands, the boss, the farming owners, they're very rich. Very rich. And only 1 week he gave me one ice cream. Well, I expect to have ice cream every day. And because people work in the farm, he paid very low labor costs for me. He didn't care on the tax report for me. So he paid me very low costs compared to if he hired people from the Dutch people. But then every week he gave me only ice cream, but then at that moment I feel very happy. So from that moment I said, okay, I want to become the entrepreneur. I want to run the business. I want to open a business after earning on the higher degrees in the world, at the world university level, to satisfy my parents so that my parents feel proud about one, and also want to I want to be showing my gratitude to my parents at that time. That's how I started. I want to become an entrepreneur. Yeah? And then, this is my first job, first office job I have in my life, working in the Netherlands, Holland, Netherlands, yeah? Amsterdam, Van Bercies, Van der Sar, Van der Huy. And then, so after my bachelor, we were very lucky that the bachelor for 4 years I finished in 3 years plus with summa cum laude, and that's really high. And then I got also the scholarship, fully scholarship for the tuition fee and also for the living. So this is my master research with the image processing. At the same time, I'm software engineer. And this is my research working in the hospital, how to detect your vehicle and iris in your eyes. This is what for different people from different continents, from Europe, from Asia, from Africa. This is what my research about. And after my research, I found my first company. Online innovation is something I was very proud of. So I found my own company in the Netherlands. And then one of the master students also from Vietnam working with me together. So we have a few customers, a few small customers at the time about doing projects with image processing. The company from the customer from UK based, and that's it. We worked for them for 1 year. So that only me and him will day and night try to make a lot of money. That's a very important fact of life in order to obtain the next dreams and also to buy food and drinks and also spend time with your friends and also girlfriend. That's a fact of life. I'm very realistic on this. So this is my first startup. We have only 2 people and they use my house, not the house. As a student, we have a very small room, nice square meter. We have the bed and have the table, and we're working together. And then we are like freelancer working for the company from UK. After 1 year, the customer finished. They also started, so we're working for a startup, and then startup they finished because they couldn't sell. We both together, we make a very nice product. We make a really nice product in image processing, creating very beautiful framework. But then they didn't focus on marketing strategy, didn't focus on sales. We all researchers. We tried to make a good product, but we couldn't sell. So that the fund was ended. So they got the fund from UK. The fund was ended, and then I said, okay, we don't have any customer, and we should do something. So then at that moment I was choosing, let's go to work in the company, or maybe obtain a higher degree. So I decided to apply to do the doctor in engineering, to a higher degree compared to after the master degree. At researching in the medical systems. That's what I did at Nguyen University in the Netherlands. It's for top 50 university in the world. And then this is my doctoral research. I finished this research in 2012. In 2012 at PhD from many medical hospitals in the world. And research has still carried on and will be applied in the hospital by 2020. So in the few years, when you go to the hospital, you see the biggest machine. This is my research, my baby at that time. And then my purpose of doing the higher degrees is also to build higher knowledge, also get to have a chance to create a networking with the people to understand about the technical world issues. Yeah? And after that, I work at Sioux. And now I'm a software engineer at Sioux. And now I'm going to tell you on the way from obtaining the doctoral degree until becoming like the entrepreneur at the moment. On the way, what did I do? What a challenge I face. But a bit more than that, this is my family. This is my wife, also my beautiful daughter. I love her so crazy much. I love my wife very much, but I love her very, very, very much. And people talk as a family, health, and also children are very important. So every day I got back from work, and then if I meet her, I feel very fresh, very emotional, and then my mental health getting better and better. I spend time with her, and this is my beautiful family. This morning I asked my wife to be here with me, but then my daughter, she's not so nice, so she stayed at home to take care of the kid. And this is the company, and before I joined Sioux, this is the company I worked before, for big companies and also small companies, and also startups company as well. Because this is the company I worked before I came to work at Sioux. So Sioux, and then that is about my study life. From the guy from Ghana, and then came to Ghana, and then obtained very high degrees. So that, for me, very high, and I'm still very proud of that. But then how can I get to become the entrepreneur? And last year, 2016, I got this award from Benelux in Belgium, Netherlands, and Luxembourg for the Vietnamese people returning to Vietnam and making a big impact for the life of people in Vietnam. So I also joined this competition. I got the award for this one. So that last year. So that this is the achievement of transforming from the engineer and from the student to become an entrepreneur and also create jobs for the people. And this is the reward I got last year. And now I'm going to share with you my story. In 2011, at that time I was a researcher. I told you that after master I opened my own startup business, and then I went back to the university to obtain the doctoral degree. 2011, in May 2011, I met the CEO of Sioux. And that is a very important day for me. And that day, he gave the same today. It's the same today 7 years ago. He gave a course, like a lecturer at the university about entrepreneurship and to the young talented people. And I was very lucky that I was there as well. And then he mentioned one sentence and I never ever forget in my life. Last week, before young entrepreneurs, future entrepreneurs, last week I came to Asia. I visited Singapore, Malaysia, Philippines, China, and Vietnam. I see the amazing development of Asia in the past 5 years. Every 5 years I came there and see amazing development. In that sentence, he mentioned about Vietnam. I said, wow, this is why he mentioned about Vietnam. Who is him? So I came home and I investigated about Sioux. Investigated about, what's it about, why he mentioned about Vietnam. So at the moment, I investigate about Sioux. How big is Sioux? So Sioux at that moment, in 2011, was a big colony of 500 plus people. Yeah? It's work present in 5 countries and also has 10 companies at that time, focused on research and development. I also like to do research, spark technology, and also the mission from the CEO also very healthy. He likes technology. He wants to make a positive impact using technology in our life, to make our life to be better, to be more pleasant, to be smarter. Wow, that seems to be a very good mission. And maybe there's some way about making this to also present in Vietnam. Because I thought that's when I have a dream, and then I start dreaming. So maybe I need him making Sioux to be a president in Vietnam. Because that is my dream at that time. And also, okay, maybe I try my best to convince him and open the company in Vietnam. He visits Vietnam. Maybe there's something I can help him. So on that night, I couldn't sleep. I said, okay. Then usually, when you start dreaming, you feel very happy inside. You feel very emotional inside. That is very hard for you to get to sleep. And I said, okay, I need to do something to so that I try to. So I remember what the first I did. I tried to find his email. So I asked the guy from Sioux, who the guy to organize about the workshop at the university. He didn't give me this email. He said, okay, you're just student, and this is the CEO, you shouldn't contact him. So I tried different people, and I was lucky that I asked my professor, and my professor tried to search on his network. And then my professor gave me his email. So I went home, I prepared a very beautiful, very good email to send to him to give a good impression about myself. That's it on elevator pitch. I know that you know about this one. So prepare a beautiful email to tell about myself, about what can I meet him, can I meet him, and can present to him about who am I and what can I do for you. That's what I did, and after a few weeks, met him and sent him an email. But then, after 1 month, no email reply, nothing reply. I said, wow, hope is still hope. There is always hope. It was still a small chance that he replied to my email, but still there is hope. And then one day he replied to me. So in July 2011, he replied to me. Okay, interesting. I thank you for the email and thank you for very well preparation. Shall we meet and have dinner together? So wow, this is the first thing I received. I was very happy. Still, hope is still small. But if the CEO is a big president of the big company, if he is available to meet you, invite you for dinner, that's something. That's the first thing I try to. This is the first thing I achieve. Prepare that good email, and then the people reply. You try your best. Try your best to ask somebody who have a very high degree to reply your email. I'm a student. It's very hard for them to reply. So he replied to me and he invited me for having dinner. So that in July 2011, so we have dinner together. So I have to then I have to prepare. Prepare. So how about myself? Look at myself. What should I dress? What should I dress? Should I dress very formal? Should I dress very informal? Or I should dress very professional so that to give him a good impression. So when the first time you meet the people, also for future entrepreneurs, the first impression is very important. The same that the first date, the first time you meet the girl, the boy, you have to dress something, look professional, look clean, look good. And also like to sell yourself, because the first impression, the first time you shake hands with the people, to show yourself to the people is very important. So I try to be very confident, to be very calm, and also be well prepared to meet him. And also like, this is very important. The success is where preparation and opportunity meet. So I prepared a very careful email, and the day I met him for dinner, I want to tell you, I prepared day and night for the presentation before I met him. So the day I met him for dinner, we shake hands and say, hey, hello, we order for food, and then we can eat during while we are eating. So wow, if Dutch people, if they're eating, they only pay attention on eating. They don't listen. So wow, okay, hey Hans, I prepared a presentation. Can I give you 5 minutes attention, please? And then I put my laptop here, and they say, okay, we can talk. You can talk, I can eat, and then we can discuss further on. Okay, no problem. Hey, food came, and then I start my laptop, and then I keep talking. You keep eating, and then my food will cold. And I said, oh, you didn't eat. I said, okay, Hans, I'm hungry always, and this time I'm still hungry, but for me, having 10 minutes attention from you is very important. I said, okay, good. That's you're young, but you really try to make a opportunity to meet me and to show me the good case about yourself, about Vietnam. I'm really appreciated. Okay, let's start from the beginning, because you talk too quick. I couldn't understand. Okay, and we start again. So he finished food, and I said, okay, we have to eat something, and we start again. I said, okay, wait, food, okay, shall we talk? We start again. So I talk about myself, and talk about Vietnam, about like the software industry of Vietnam, or technology of Vietnam. So I prepared a very well presentation, and then I talked to him very slowly. And then the first evening, we have files together. Wow, we have like appointment for 1 hour for dinner, but we spent files together. And then he said, okay, what's next? I said, okay, Hans, I want to go back to Vietnam. I want to open a business in software, providing software development service, and I want us to connect with the people of you. I don't have money. Can you help me? I said, okay. This is the first time we meet. What shall we do? I said, okay. I go home. Then I go home. So from July 2011 to June 2012. I keep making business plan. I said, okay, you need to convince me first before I spend my €1 for you. Okay, good. What are the questions you have? And so he asked me questions about Vietnam, about the software industry in Vietnam, how many software engineers we have, what kind of technology people are doing, what kind of software can be available up here, and what kinds of salaries, what kinds of price, everything about Vietnam. I said, okay, Hans, put me questions there. I go home to prepare. So every 2 weeks we meet again. Every 2 weeks we meet again. I update my business plan. I start with a few ways and getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And every time I make the plan with a number of actions, and I send him to Vietnam. I sent him to Ho Chi Minh. Hey, meet TMA, meet big global so big colonies in Ho Chi Minh. Talk to them, investigate about them, tell them that we are looking for the partner in Vietnam. So I make plan and he do the execution. So I feel happy. Huh? So I became his boss. I said I sent the CEO to do the execution in Vietnam because at the moment I was studying. So I cannot do the investigation. So I make a plan, he do execution. So in the strategy level we agree. Make a plan, I make a plan. Execution, he work for me, execute the plan. So that we agree. So every 2 weeks we meet together. So sometimes we meet from 6 o'clock in the evening, and sometimes we went home at 5 o'clock in the morning. Sometimes we meet for dinner, and then the restaurant closed, so we went to KFC, we talked to KFC, and then we have some food. We went to another bar, we keep talking. So that try to convince him and try to show him that Vietnam is a good business case. Yeah, so it took me a lot of hours and effort during my research at the university. And then he investigated Ho Chi Minh. He said, wow, Ho Chi Minh can be something very interesting because there are a lot of industry out there. Shall we do something in Ho Chi Minh? He said, oh, no, I'm from Da Nang. I'd like to open the company in Da Nang. If you like the Ho Chi Minh, good. Make it clear. I have you to investigate about that Ho Chi Minh. Maybe if I acquire a company there, I'll start a new company there. I can try to find a managing director for you in Ho Chi Minh. But my goal is to start a company in Ho Chi Minh, Da Nang. And then we investigate, we choose the top 3 companies in Ho Chi Minh to acquire the company in Ho Chi Minh. But then after involving auditing, it was not successfully. So we said, okay, Ho Chi Minh, if we start, we should start from scratch. He said, Hans, why don't we go to Da Nang? Go to my hometown. Look at my hometown, there are many software companies out there. I said, oh, why not Nang? I don't have any clue about Da Nang. So we book a tickets, and then he fly to Da Nang, and I make an appointment with him to talk to IBT, many software company, also Green Logo, I don't know, Mr. Ivy, at that time. And then he said, okay, and Da Nang is beautiful. It's Da Nang beautiful, it has mountains, it has sea, it has a good people like you. He said, okay, yes, let's go to Da Nang. And then we investigate about Da Nang, and then we also search for top 3 companies in Da Nang so that we can buy at that time. Or we can start from scratch, and then again the same assignment in Ho Chi Minh. And then it's turned out that the company we were looking for, they're not so healthy in finance, they're not so transparent or open. This was it's very important that we need to find the company having honest and also transparent culture and show good people. And then we stopped the investigation of finding the company in Da Nang. And so we choose to start from scratch. And then as someone said, okay, let's make a decision, let's start in Da Nang, and that is the day, I forgot to turn on this one, but I make a lot of effort to be there, to open the company in Da Nang, and never give up. If you do something, never give up. And 6th of August 2012, I sent him again to Da Nang, so he meet also like the planning investment department over here, and that's the day we got the company certificate, and we opened the Sioux company in Da Nang. And that's the first thing. But I was very happy getting a very healthy company, very good leaders to do the investment in my hometown, in Da Nang. So that is the first achievement. And then the next question is, okay, we'd like to go to Da Nang to open this company. Also, we hired a very experienced person so that we can go to Da Nang with him, so that we can learn from him. Yes, so time up, so I have to shorten my talk. And then, so after a lot of discussion again and again, we decide, okay, Hans, you know that here I'm going to finish my studies in a few months. My ambition that I want to start from scratch by myself. I have the background from the software engineering. That doesn't mean I cannot do finance. It doesn't mean I cannot learn about how to do sales, about project management, about the HRM, human resource management. And this doesn't mean that I cannot learn. And then after that, I obtained a mini MBA before I returned to Vietnam to see what I can learn via the company. So I returned to Vietnam in April 2013. I returned to Vietnam permanently. But after this date, I go to Vietnam almost every month. I travel back and then to do some activity, IELTS 54, and go back to the Netherlands because I finished my study in November 2012. Yeah, and that is how Sioux then was started. So in Sioux, we believe technology can contribute to make better work. That is the mission we want to. That's the mission we want to achieve. So because the time works, so I have to rest now. So that now we have the Sioux software company in Da Nang in Vietnam, and this is something I'm very proud. I have been very proud. Start something from scratch. From the software engineer perspective, open the software company with no employees, and now we have a team of 50 plus people, and very young and very bright people working at the company. And this is a mission as well. I have a team working with passion, working with all heart, and also like working with high-touch enterprise in the world. ASML making the chips for Intel with Philips, with Nico. It's a high-touch software company in the world. In making positive impact for our life through technology. This is what the mission is from the Sioux software company in Vietnam. And then the secret of reaching a dream. Many people here have been doing startups or gone to do startup. My secret is to this took me 5 minutes. Huh? We have to to have a good dream. The secret of making something successfully. First, having a good dream. Good dream, having good dream, having beautiful dream, the dream in your mind, and you never forget. And the dream, when you think about your dream, you have energy to do something. And the second thing, making plan. And the most important do, with many effort, with a lot of effort to make it successfully. That's the secret is having good dream, make a plan, do with the best effort to turn from the plan, from the dream to become successful. No effort, not successful. Yeah? And this is a wrap-up, this is a conclusion of my talk. For me, having a doctoral degree is just a baby step, so that I can crawl, and then I can start with my dream, I can plan something, and do something, and become an entrepreneur. And having the doctoral degrees is really very helpful. You have a lot of knowledge, you understand something very deep. Yeah, from bachelor, I say, oh, I understand everything, but I got the master, I said, wow, that's something, a lot of things I don't know. I got the higher, I said, okay, in master, a lot of things I didn't know. So the more you get, you study more, the more you discover, the more you need to study. Second thing, you get respect. When I talk to, when the first time I came to Netherlands, I was afraid. There's people, they have more knowledge, but now, okay, hey, maybe this guy, if he has a PhD, he's the same like me. We have the same level, we have the same knowledge. It's gain a lot of confidence. When you talk to the people, you gain a lot of confidence. And you gain a lot of respect about the people. The last, the title also helps sometimes. When you have the titles, it also helps. And then when you do something, plan something, effort. I try to emphasize again, effort counts. It's very important. Last, when you become an entrepreneur, the most important thing is coaching the people. Yeah? Coaching the people, not teaching the people. When you're at the university, you have teachers to teach you. But when you become entrepreneurs, try to coach the people. Coach the people with your heart. Help the people with the plan. And then be assistant for the people when the people need you. Yeah? Why coaching? Yeah? Why coaching? Why coaching? Why it's important that we need to coach? Because when we coach the people, the world becomes more beautiful. The world becomes more better. And because we care, because it's important for everybody. It's very important, very good for the people. And then when the people, you can see every day the people are coaching. From primary school, secondary school, high school, people coaching, people helping you to become better. Yeah? And then we care about the living, because we care about our life, and then everybody together make a better life. Actually, I promised from the beginning, we have the song together, and actually this is a song. And I don't know if you know this song. Hear the word. So we sing together. You know, hear the word. Who knows the hear the word song? Who knows hear the word song? So we sing together and make it like karaoke. And karaoke we sing together. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Let's sing. Cause the world naked about the place for you and for me and the nice human race. There are people watching, they can't enough for the living. Whoa, come on. Make about the world for you and for me. 1, 2, 3. One more time, huh? This is for Da Nang and for Vietnam. Oh. this is a technical problem. Because the people make it better than for you and for me and the time Vietnam. There are people coaching, they get enough for the living. Make it better, Vietnam, for you and for me.